Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Urshifu, specifically Urshifu Single Strike, the Fighting Dark type Pokemon. Now obviously Urshifu Single Strike is a very powerful one, base 130 attack, base 100 defense, base 97 speed, base 100 HP, but its letdowns really are its base special attack, which you're never going to use anyways, and also its base special defense. You just have to be very careful about specially defensive mons. Obviously there's the ability to run things like Assault Vest to really support you in that case, but then you have to run all physical attacking moves, which to be fair Urshifu does run really well, but if you want to have that support on the special defensive side, Assault Vest is definitely something that you could consider running. Now, 5 sets today. Before we get started, if you scroll down, click the like button, also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps me out, really appreciate it, and it really helps put these videos out to different people, so people can just see more. Okay, Urshifu, the only ability it gets is Unseen Fist. Now, Unseen Fist is fantastic because it goes through protection, so all contact moves that hit will go through any protection. So if someone is using Protect, nah, that's not happening. It will go straight through them, especially in the case of like Close Combat and Wicked Blow. Close, and even Iron Head, and even U-Turn, because they're all physical hitting moves. On here I've put the Choice Band. Now, one of the downsides about Urshifu is base 97 speed is pretty good, but also not the best. So, you know, it can not outspeed a lot of Pokemon. Choice Band is fantastic because it allows it to hit really hard on a lot of different Pokemon. In fact, it one-hit KOs almost every Pokemon in existence with its 2 stabs. Speed can be an issue, so you could always chuck the Choice Scarf on it. Instead, it still does a lot of damage to a lot of different Pokemon. Obviously, base 130 attack stat is huge anyway, so Choice Scarf is definitely an option if you want to go for that. Move-wise, I've gone for Close Combat, powerful fighting type attack, boosted by Stab, just hits really hard. Wicked Blow, which always ends in a crit, which is absolutely fantastic. One, because it's base 80 power, it's a Dark type move, so it's neutral on the majority of Pokemon. And being a crit, it will go through any setup. So if something is like setting up for example, like Body Press, Iron Defense set, you can go for the Wicked Blow, that will go straight through that. Don't have to worry about anything. You then got Iron Head, which is a powerful Steel type move. It will hit things like Fairy types, because obviously Fairy type is your big weakness here. It's a huge weakness that you do need to be aware of. Iron Head can hit those Fairy types for super effective damage. You've also got Poison Jab as an alternative move if you want to go for that, but I would recommend Iron Head. I think Iron Head gets a bit more coverage. It hits things like Ice types and Rock types as well. Obviously you have your Fighting type stab for that, but if you ever need to go for Iron Head just as a kind of a safe move, you can definitely go for that. Then you got U-Turn. U-Turn is really useful for getting out of there and getting into different Pokemon in a lot of different scenarios. Obviously, it's going to hit pretty hard on the majority of Pokemon as well. And I'm just trying to think who that would be super effective against. Any Dark types, any Psychic types as well. Obviously, you've got Dark type moves to cover those as well, but Grass types even, that could be really helpful. And U-Turn just gives you that potential upward momentum to deal with different Pokemon. EVs, max attack, max speed with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack. Even if you go for the Choice Scarf, I think I'd recommend going for the Jolly Nature here, because that allows you to outspeed the not plus speed invested base 100 Scarf Pokemon, which is a real mouthful. Basically, if there's a base 100 speed Pokemon, which are very, very common, and they are Scarfed, more commonly they don't go for the plus speed nature, they go for the neutral speed nature. And if you go for the plus speed nature here, that will make sure that you do outspeed them. Obviously, if you don't go for that, you won't be outspeeding them because it's just not going to be a possibility. So that's my recommendation with that Urshifu. Moving on to the second Urshifu, I've gone for a Roselli Berry set with Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Wicked Blow, Iron Head. You could go for Leftovers on here instead if you wanted to. It's up to you what you decide to go for. And there are a few ways of running the EVs on this, which I'll talk you through in just a second. But Bulk Up sets up your attack and your defense by one stage. If you can get 1 or 2 of these set up, that will set you up for a really good time. You've got Drain Punch, allowing you to get some recovery because you probably will take some damage here. Roselli Berry is there for taking a Fairy type attack because of the 4 times strength on you. It's not going to be a particularly nice hit regardless, but the Roselli Berry makes sure that you can most likely live the hit from the Pokemon. Wicked Blow again because it's just a really good attacking move, and then finally Iron Head again for that coverage on the fairy type. If you're going for the Roselia Berry, you probably want the coverage for it as well because you're expecting to get hit by that fairy type attack, so you can then hit it with the fairy type attack. Obviously do be cautious of things like Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, because they are neutral on the Iron Head, so that's something just to think about when you're considering with different sets. As I said, Leftovers is always a good option as well. It allows you to get that little bit of recovery every turn. Drain Punch and Wicked Blow are obviously your stab attacks here. EVs, several ways to run this. You could run this as on the screen, max attack, max speed with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack. It allows you to just set up your attack and your defense, not special attack, and just hit hard on the majority of Pokemon. You've then got the option of running max HP, max attack, and going for more of a bulky variant of a set. With base 97 speed, you do naturally outspeed quite a few different Pokemon that might not be fully speed invested or might not be speed invested. You have got options of running max HP, max defense with a impish nature, so more defense, less special attack. Couldn't think of it for a second there. And that would just allow for you to be as bulky on the physical side, but just be very cautious of Pokemon that are special attacking because you're not going to live very many of those attacks. I think that is the second Urshifu set, sorry. Moving on to the third Urshifu set, I've gone for a Dynamax set. Now, this has got the Electric Seed on it. You do not need to run Electric Seed. It's just to remind me that Electric Seed is definitely an option to run with this thing, but you've got any assortment of items, Life Orb, any choice items, choice band, choice scarf. You have got any kind of berry, like Citrus Berry works really nicely with the Acrobatics as well. But I thought the Electric Seed, Acrobatics, Thunder Punch combination could work really nicely here. So you have got Electric Seed will give you a +1 in your defense when it activates. And the way you activate it is you Dynamax, you click Thunder Punch as Max Lightning. That will set up the electric terrain. You will then consume the Electric Seed, getting +1 in your defense. You've then got Acrobatics, which will be double damage when you're out of Dynamax. And that will get to max airstream, increasing up your speed by 1 stage. Close combat does the same with your attack through max knuckle. Then Iron Head you can do with your defense, but that's more there for the coverage of your weaknesses. You could go for Drain Punch over close combat here if you wanted to, just to allow you to get yourself some recovery at the end of your Dynamax period, because that might be something that's very helpful for you here. But that's what I've gone for on this set. Obviously, you don't have to go for like the Iron Head and the Thunder Punch. You could go for like Wicked Blow if you wanted to have a Dark type stab move, which would just be really nice. EVs, max attack, max speed, Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. I think that's pretty self-explanatory on that set. Moving on to Urshifu, the Gigantamax Urshifu. So it has got a Life Orb in here. Obviously, Life Orb increasing your damage output ever so slightly from just base 1 to base 1.3. And that can allow you to hit things much harder. Obviously, it takes 10% of your health every turn, though. So do be very cautious of that if you are having to deal with it. So, Gmax Urshifu, the best thing about its Gigantamax is that the attack hits a target using a move such as Protect or Detect. So if any attack, essentially, will hit through that Protect or Detect. Now, obviously, you've got the Unseen Fist there, but I don't believe that works on Max Guard, whereas I do believe that Wicked Blow does hit through Max Guard. At least I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. I'm pretty sure that was the advertisement with Urshifu when it was first revealed, and that Wicked Blow, that Dark type move, allows you to go into that. We've then got Close Combat, which is a powerful fighting type attack again, your stab attack to boost up your attack through Max Knuckle. You've got Stone Edge here to activate any Sandstorm if you need that for any reason, if your team is a Sand team, for example. But Stone Edge, again, can just hit a Pokemon for a lot of damage. Ice Punch for a powerful Ice type attack. Again, you can set up the Hail. Let's say you have an Aurora Veil user. That could be really helpful for you. So that Ice Punch could definitely be really nice on there as well. You could always go for that Acrobatics, again, to get your speed raised up as a possibility as well. So it's up to you how you decide to run that. Just thought I'd show off Urshifu Gmax, as I believe it does go through the Max Guard on there as well. EVs, same as usual, max attack, max speed, Jolly Nature, outspeeds those base 100 without the plus speed nature. And then the final Urshifu I've gone for a Iron Defense Body Press set, because I absolutely love these kind of sets. Iron Defense gives you +2, so it will double your defense from 328 to 656. And if you can get like 3 of those set up, that will take you to over 1,200. I think it's like 1,312 off the top of my head. And that's going to hit really hard. And that body press obviously is boosted by stab 1.5 times. So that hits even harder. Absolutely will smash any opponent if you can get that set up. Even at a +2, 1 iron defense, that could be really, really destructive on the majority of your other teams. You've then got Drain Punch and Sucker Punch. Drain Punch allows you to get some recovery because you probably will take some hits whilst you're trying to set up your iron defense. And then you've got Sucker Punch. You could go for Wicked Blow for that crit opportunity, but I thought Sucker Punch gives you that priority and allows you to hit quite hard on different Pokemon, as well as also hitting with that priority, so you might not take any damage that turn. At least that was my thought process with it. EVs, max HP, max defense with a impish nature, so more defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack, just boosting that Sucker Punch and Drain Punch ever so slightly. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.